Hi, friends, and welcome back to the Culture Click. Today, we are going to be exploring Cafe Bizou in Agora Hills. So, Cafe Bizou is a very small chain of restaurants. I think they have like two or three other locations here in Los Angeles that was started in 1994, but the Agora Hills location did not open until 2017. And this little French based eatery has a very handcrafted feel. They definitely want you to feel like you stepped out of America and into a European bistro. And their menu is definitely reflective of that. And what I liked about their menu a lot is even if you don't want to take a dive on some of their more pricey entrees, you could have a pretty good time at this restaurant for a lower price budget with just appetizers and drinks. The ambiance here is definitely cozy, dark, and a little romantic. So if you're hitting up Cafe Bizou for dinner, don't be afraid to dress up just a little bit. I won't lie, even though I can get away with it while I was super pregnant, felt a little underdressed in my Henley and comfy pants. So very unchic and American of me. But baby, when you're past the 30-week mark, it is what it is. We opened up with truffle fries and got to this beautiful berry salad. And high praise for this dish as it was fresh, light, and very tasty. The arugula was sharp, the cheese was tangy, and the berries were sweet. Everything you could want. And I signaled my approval with a definitively empty plate. For my dinner dish, I went with the beef stroganoff to share with my toddler. And I won't lie, I loved the presentation. It was well cooked, but the seasoning felt a little bland for me. It wasn't a lack of salt so much as the absence of pepper. And perhaps it's a cultural preference, but I like my food just a little bit more aggressively seasoned. But my spice notes aside, it was still well plated and the portion was extremely generous. And hey, in today's economy, if you're going to go out to eat, who doesn't love a place that gives you enough for leftovers? My dad was my dinner companion, and he indulged himself in a very fancy dish that came with a whole lobster shell as a garnish. And my husband always opts for the half chicken plate if they have one. For dessert, they have a beautiful bread pudding that's also very generously portioned, and a gorgeous little flourless chocolate cake. And chocolate lover that I am, I couldn't resist the opportunity to snag a bite of that cake. In similar fashion to the beef stroganoff, however, I would have preferred that chocolate cake with a little bit more punch to the flavor, although it was very soft, sweet, and agreeable. Honestly, I think the trick with a place like Cafe Bizou is you've got to come back a few times and try it. Like I've had their beef bourguignon after the filming of this video, and that was absolutely exquisite. If I go back, definitely will film it. I give this place a 10 out of 10 on ambiance and pricing. 7.5/8 for taste. Would you guys go to a place like Cafe Bizou? Have you been here before? Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you then. Bye.